Before this video starts officially, let me apologize for the angle not really giving what it needs to be giving. Again, I'm still like in the process of cleaning this room because it's like we finna move at the same time. So it's like there's mad boxes everywhere. So like I'm not in the Nets Republic corner, but it's still there. I'm just trying to figure out what we're doing with this room currently, but that's not there. So my bad for the like chin up weird like 2012 YouTuber angle. Sorry about that. But as we celebrate the 4th of July and all that shenanigans or whatever, I figured we should revisit the Mikal Bridges trade because of a very interesting update to the story that I feel like needs to be addressed. Not to make any more enemies here, but it's just like, who do y'all think Mikal Bridges is? And by y'all, I'm talking to Knicks fans. I'm talking to the Bing Bong crew. Like, who do y'all think Mikal Bridges is? I'm highly confused. And as much as I want to, just roast and slander, I kind of feel bad for y'all because y'all are falling into the same trap that I see from so many other professional sports teams. And I think it's going to bite you on the tushy. I'm going to be honest with you. Y'all have such a focus on brand and vibes that y'all are forgetting about the on-the-court product. Now, with some people who have completely forgotten who people are and they're just jumping out the window just to make a splash for the sake of making a splash. Like when the Lakers got Westbrook, it was like, pour K. Like for what? Like what was the point of that other than the splash? Other than, trying to get the engagement and the conversation up. It basketball-wise made no sense. We all knew that wasn't going to work. This Paul George thing with him going to Philly, like, yeah, I guess it's fun to switch it up with who the casuals are going to pick on 2K next year. But it's just like, dog, like, that is a bona fide choke artist that you're adding to your team. So when him and Embiid are hurt 2 games in and it's just Maxey doing the cha-cha slide, like, what did y'all really accomplish? And the latest addition to that is the haul that the Knicks gave us for Mikal Bridges. At first, I was under the impression it was for nothing. See, because when I think of a major trade or an acquisitions, I was thinking we were getting Julius, right? I was thinking we were getting something of some name value. But y'all, when you look at what the Knicks gave up, because it's like officially done now, it is pathetic is a very strong word, but let's just read over all of this together. They gave us Bogey, right? Again, not Hawks Bogey, the fat one from Detroit. They gave us Bogey. Shake Milton. Now, some of y'all might not remember who that is, but need I hearken back to a time not too long ago where we were getting clapped on the daily by Philly. Harden and Kyrie, well, Harden was gone at that point. Kyrie and KD couldn't do a thing about it. We were just getting clapped by Philly. Shake was like the mastermind behind a majority of it. So they just gave us him. Again, how it is that he even got involved in the equation, I'm not sure. I don't know if Philly got involved in like a 3-trade thing, or was he just on the Knicks bench or something? I don't know how that happened. I just know we got Shake out of it somehow. An individual whose name I can't pronounce, Mahadi Dekite. I don't know who he is. I'm told he's a decent individual. I've never heard of the bum, but shout out to him. So far, that's already 3 players. I haven't named a pick yet. That's 3 players. 2 of them with name brand talent and 1 dude who I've never seen before. I haven't gotten to the picks yet. We ended up getting their first round 2025 pick, another first round 2025 pick, second round 2025 pick. So that's 3 picks for next year's draft. Then you got 2027 a first round pick, 2028 a first round pick, 2029 a first round pick, 2023 a first round pick. For Mikal Bridges? Listen, I don't like the bum at all. I've made it 1,000% clear, and now I can slander him all I want. And I'll say this until the day I die. He's trash! I know a lot of y'all, Knicks fans specifically, don't want to hear that. I'm happy that us as Nets fans can all come together and just admit that he's just a role. That's it. He's just a role player. He doesn't move the needle. He's just a bum. He's just a bum. And the fact that they gave up so much, they basically said, screw the future. This is what we have. You put everything you had on basically a healthy, upgraded, well, you still lost, folks, because Hartenstein is gone. Burks is gone. I mean, now Albert wasn't playing, but I mean, it's just like all these individuals that you could be cracking the glass on. And who does that leave you with? A plastic bag Mitchell Robinson. And that is no shot at the homie Mitchell Robinson. That is no shot at Mitchell Robinson. You know how I feel about Mitchell Robinson. Shout out to that man. Shout out to that man. Y'all know how I feel about Mitchell. That's the homie. That's the homie Mitchell Robinson. But that leaves you with Mitchell Robinson, who has not been healthy for years since I left. He ain't played a full season. And again, no shot at Buddy, but since I left, the last time I covered a Knicks game, this was before COVID. That's how long. So that leaves you with, Jericho Sims, I guess? Like, I just, do they get Precious back? Like, not that we care about what the Knicks are doing. I'm just trying to understand, who do they think he is? Like, at least with Paul George, like, that's a fair trade for Tobias. I mean, I'd take Tobias over Paul George at this point. But I mean, like, on paper, like, I get what they're doing, right? It's going to put booties in seats. Like, I get it. It's Paul George. But for Mikal, and even how the team is, like, set up, does Mikal come off the bench? Like, I don't even know how this works. It's very gross. A shout out to Sean Marks. Again, not for pulling anything off. I think the Knicks are just stupid and poorly run. And y'all still have a racist owner, but that's not here there. But I think it's another one of those situations where Sean Marks just happened into a good situation, and we just have to see, is he going to capitalize on it or is he going to screw it all up? That's what I'm taking from all of this, quite personally. Now, it's very possible that in a couple months, around the trade deadline, we're going to hear the Nets are shopping around these picks, and we're going to go all in on some disgruntled star just to lose in the second round, much like our friends across the bridge. But I find it more so fascinating, all that the Knicks gave up for Mikal, and for friendship. For friendship. And that's not a joke. That's not a meme. That's not me trying to get an agenda off. They did this because of friendship. They're going to get on the going merry, and they're all going to put on straw hats and go try to become the king of the Pirates just off the strength of friendship. I've heard a lot of cliches. Defense wins championships. Chemistry is important. I have never seen an organization say, nah, bump that. Friendship wins championships. A team that is clearly in win now mode, you don't make any noticeable improvements, but you add a role player and literally give up your future. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is when the Nets do that, we're imbeciles, right? We give away all of our picks and great young players for Harden. And we're idiots. How could we have done such a thing? But when the Knicks do something even stupider, oh, well, you gotta put New York in the conversation for why? I don't quite understand it. And I wouldn't normally take the time to make an entire video hating on the Knicks. I just don't understand why a team would give us that much for Mikal. Now, for me, I don't put a lot of stock in draft picks. Again, because I've yet to see an organization that I've ever covered ever embrace the young talent that we have. Maybe we give them a year to go out there and have fun, and then we trade them for stars, and then we do the hokey pokey and we turn ourselves around, and that's what being a New York basketball fan is all about. Like, I have yet to cover a team that actually drafts something great and then says, okay, let's see what happens with it. I feel like the Dream are trying to do that, but they get distracted by a terrible head coach who ironically played in New York, but that's not there. Maybe it's a New York thing, I don't know. I feel like the Hawks are trying to do that, but then every 3 days they want to just blow up the team and say, okay, Trey, maybe if we just leave you by yourself, it'll work. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just have a habit of supporting teams with terrible front offices with no general direction that makes any sense. But I would have preferred to get someone with a little bit of a sexier name. I don't think we're going to do anything with Bogdanovich or Bogey. I get them both confused, I'm going to be honest with you. Even though he's returning, because I did look it up and he did play for the Nets at one point. So he's returning. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. But he shoots threes, so that's cool. Can't move laterally to save his life. It's giving Joe Ingles without the defense, but that's just me. Shake is no joke. I don't know who this other dude is, but apparently he is a very athletic young man. Shout out to him. I just had my fingers crossed for maybe somehow in there we were getting Julius. Now, I know Julius is a cancer, and I have been documented on multiple occasions, and though I don't get the credit for it, I single-handedly coined the terms. No handles Randall. Like, that was me. That was me. Y'all just ran with it, but that was me. I will be the first and not the last to say he is a fraud. But again, in the interest of having fun, try this lineup on for size. D'Angelo Russell. And yes, I'm still holding on to hope. D'Angelo Russell, right? Cam Thomas. We'll put Clowney at the 3, right? Julius Randle and Claxton. That's just fun. Now, does it win games? No, but it's fun. And I want to see the fireworks. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. This is a very abstract way of making a video about the individuals we just acquired while making it entertaining enough by mentioning the Knicks to get the views. And I think I talked for at least 10 to 15 minutes, so I have checked all the boxes. If y'all don't mind, I'm going to try to figure out why Tanisha Wright is still the coach of my favorite team, and I'll see y'all next video. Now, where my Cam jersey at? And that's, y'all are on the clock, by the way. Y'all are on the clock. I don't want the boring black and white jersey. Whatever our city uniform is, or the swaggy one, or whoever, through the power of 2024 gentrification, you end up doing a collab with. Y'all need to drop the Claxton and Cam Thomas jerseys. And the good ones. Not the boring ones we can make where it's blank and you type in your name. Give us the real stuff. You have no excuse. Get to it.